Hey, what's up, you guys? Back to another episode right here on AFTERBUZZ TV, where we recap Being Mary Jane Season 4, Episode 5, Get Served. If you want to talk about what's going on in this episode, make sure you stay tuned, because we got all the juice, honey. We'll see you in a second.
You're tuning into the destination for TV Superfan Discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
All the way up.
Hey!
All the way up. All the way up. I be feeling rich when I say this.
Yeah, as you should.
Because
you're rich.
I'm all the way. What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Being Mary Jane's recap right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm one of your hosts, Megan Thomas, at Meg Scoop on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all around, wherever. Find me. Holla.
Ooh, well, I'm Fahnia Thomas at all those same places. You can find me too.
And I am Allie Washington. You can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff at Allie the Pub.
And I'm Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Season 4, Episode 5, Getting Served.
Yes.
At first, I thought I was like getting served, like they gonna dance off.
Like You Got Served, the movie?
Yes, but no, it was subpoena. You got served the papers.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. But first off, before we do that, one word from everybody. What you thought about this episode? Go ahead, Howard.
Oh my. Sorry, I was there.
Ridiculous?
Okay, Allie.
Yes!
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, Fahnia.
Oh my.
That's 2 words.
She said 3 yeses.
No, she said one with 3 snaps. That was 1 word, 3 snaps.
Okay,
3 beans.
my.
We'll give you extra word. I'm gonna say proud.
Oh.
Proud. All right, so let's get into it, and we'll all see why we feel the way we do. So this episode opened up with Niecy. This episode mainly was about her, which I liked. That
Yes.
they, because I kind of wondered about the family, what's going on with them down in Atlanta, because we see all the New York happenings with MJ. So yeah, we see that Niecy's in the club. She's in the VIP with her girls. They are all the way up.
Right?
Hair is laid.
Look cute.
I mean, they were
outfits.
ready. And I used to live in Atlanta. So I was like, yes, party. And I said, I know where she is. She at the compound.
She's
Like,
compound.
I used to be at the compound too, girl, walking in there like $1 million through the VIP. But I was drinking stuff on somebody else's table.
As you should.
I wasn't very proud table. So yeah, she's in there. She's hanging with her girls. She's bought, she bought the table out. Which I was like, does this girl gonna learn? She's bought a car. She's gone shopping. She spent money on that weave.
Yeah.
Now she's buying tables. Girl, don't buy no table.
No.
Let the men's buy a table.
Yeah, she was doing too much.
She was trying to boss it up. I mean, Niecy just, she touching into some money she's never had before, and then she got it on her, for what reason. Her own merit is hers.
Right.
So she, trying to
And
boss it up.
I want to say something about that, because I feel like, especially in our community, if you're not used to having money, then a lot of times when you come into it, you mismanage it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
And I feel like in our community, we need something, especially like, I don't know if it's a program, a class that is required.
They need Susie Orman to come into all the inner city schools and teach an economics class.
Listen, I was just telling my friends the other day, we were talking about memories and stuff, and I was like, my dad really did a great job teaching me and my sister money management. We had these like little plastic bags. Every Friday we used to get it for doing her chores. He used to have it on the countertop. So it was like payday every Friday. I was ready to go. Shout out to my dad. But things like that are needed in our community. Elsewise, Niecy wouldn't be in the predicament she's in.
And she was also talking about buying a house.
Yeah.
Like, she was doing the most.
She
I
was
was like,
paying home.
150. I was like, that's not a lot.
No.
honey. That money goes quick. Okay, so she's at the club, and of course, these people are. This chick walks up to her, throws it in her face, like, "We know why you got this money. You being a hater, not letting us drink your drink up. Okay, drink the drink."
Yeah, who does that?
I know.
The thing about
a lot
it
of
threw
thirsty
me
girls.
off.
Yeah,
I
she was real
know.
thirsty.
The thing about it is, I was like, where did she come from? What was her purpose? You know what I'm saying? To throw it back in her face. You trying to get in her section.
Right.
She's just mad. You know how it's the same thing that guys do when you like, they're like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" You be like, "Hey," and you keep walking, and they be like, "You ugly anyway." No, but same thing. And it's the same
Specifically
concept.
came up to her table like, "Can I come in?" Like,
Like,
hi, do I know
girls,
you?
y'all look so nice. Y'all having fun.
And she had it like she had herself composed, and she came at her right, like,
Right.
"No, you're coming to me."
Right.
And then it just got crazy.
And and then so they get in a fight, of course. She takes the girl's wig off. I was like, ooh, that's what where's the glue? She put the glue on it.
I tell you, all you need is the dome cap. That's all you need.
But that girl she had one on.
No, she didn't have one on.
What was it?
Because if it would have came, she had a what them things? She
wig cap?
She had a wig cap on. She need a dome cap. That means the dome is covered with the track. So if it take off, all you see is the braid. Gotta have a solid braid pattern.
There you go.
Solid braid pattern. She would have been out of it.
You take off one hairstyle, I got another.
I'm telling you.
I love it. All right, so go didn't have the dome cap on, as we learned tonight. But they get into it, and of course, in this day and age, there's always the cameras. Everybody's got the camera phone out. And so now we see the backlash that Niecy is facing because people have, when stuff's on the internet, they comment, right?
So everybody has something to say.
Right.
Welcome to 2017.
And she could, and some of the stuff that they saw that they tweeted was like really rude, racist stuff. Call her, it was
There was a gorilla comment on there. There was a lot
of stuff. And so of course, she Niecy being 22, she's like, no, you're not gonna talk about me like that. That's why I got this 150K. That's why you ain't nothing. That's why whatever. Bless up, holla. Like
Twitter fingers.
Exactly.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers. That's why you got to be careful what you say, because even if you delete it, it's still out there. People can still get it. And so this, we realize, is a violation of her agreement, which is you can't talk about the settlement. And usually in a lot of settlements, you can't talk about it. You can't say how much you got. And her tweeting out, I got 150K is definitely a violation of that.
No go. So lesson learned. If anybody ever gets a settlement, do not talk about it.
And then it was crazy because she was also taking shots at them too. They can all kiss my, whatever, black ass, And I'm just like, oh, girl, come on now. You done already put the amount out there.
Yeah, why didn't she just say, you can kiss my black booty, and keep it pushing?
Yeah.
That's true. Do you always have to clap back? Is clapping back that
I think
important?
clapping back sometimes is necessary depending on the situation. But it also comes with growth as well.
Right.
Okay.
You have to know how to clap back. I think,
definitely. There's a way.
Like
There's an art.
and you can never do it in your anger. You have to wait.
Yes.
You gotta wait to make sure you do it correctly.
Agreed.
Yes. And so of course, her grandmother goes to Jack and James. I was like, y'all could have changed the name. Like it's so close to Jack and Jill. So close.
Yeah.
But she goes there and she takes Deja there because she wants Deja to be brought up in nice high society. And of course they're all giving her the side eye because Niecy's out here talking real reckless and acting real reckless out in these streets. So her grandmother confronts her and was just like, what happened?
Yeah.
And I mean, she was honest with her grandma. She was like, I got in a fight, and I sided with her grandmother at that moment when I saw it because I was just like, oh, Niecy, keep on messing it up.
Well, plus how she found out at the party from one of the other women there, showed the video, and then Deja got shaded by the little girl. Like, it was just this ripple effect of just embarrassment. So I did agree with the grandma in the moment as well.
Did you guys ever do Jack and Jill?
No, I never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in like nice big cities for the rich.
It's like a sorority and fraternities for little kids.
That is rich.
And then you go to cotillion and you do all this
rich high society, highfalutin stuff. I'm not gonna say it's bad because there's a point in time in our world where that was very necessary. Very, very bad and bougie. Very accent on bourgeois. But I think that's necessary in some places. It's a source of pride for Black people that, hey, we've actually made it. But then when it turns ugly, it's just like in this episode when it's like, oh, well, we're better than.
Well, see, and that's a slip up, I think, with a lot of those type of organizations. To each its own. I think they're great, but the thing about it is it's also how you go in thinking and I guess moving in the organization. Just because, grandmother said she went into it originally as assimilation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was my way of like learning and being a part of the culture. And, so I think it's all how you go into those things too. Yeah, I thought they were going to boot her out because Deja just didn't fit in. I didn't think it was going to be because that threw me off.
But but that's what happens though. A lot of times when you don't realize your choices and your behavior affects your family and those around you. Poor little Deja, she like, my daddy crackhead. Like my mama can't get it together. My sister over here fighting. I just want to be Jack and Jane.
Wait, how come Niecy didn't go to Jack and Jane?
Because I thought about that and I heard that because she said it was 3. She said she'd be 4th generation. So grandmother went. Was it PJ? That had to been PJ.
No, I think she was meaning like, so her mother went and then she went, and then her 3 kids. So PJ, Patrick, and
But that's her granddaughter. Niecy's her granddaughter too.
I know, but Niecy didn't go.
Yeah, why?
Well, I mean, I kind of figured like that time period. If you understand, like Niecy maybe had lived with her mother during that time. Remember, because Patrick was having all the drug issues, so she probably grew up a little poor, a little, you know.
I thought she grew up with Helen and the dad.
Was she there the whole time though?
I don't know, but maybe it would have helped her.
Because her mom did hair and all that stuff. She went off and started doing some other stuff.
But I thought that was like, I don't think that's when she was little, right? Was that when she was little?
You guys let us know. Help us out.
Use that hashtag ABTVBMJ. Let us know what you guys think about this episode for sure. And so okay, I guess it skipped Niecy because that was during a little dark time in their family. But now things are better, and Deja gets to reap the benefits of that, and go to Jack and Jane with the highfalutin people. So what I want to say about that is, as far as like the relationships and how it messes up your behavior, messes up the relationships that sometimes you have, right, because the people in your family might have affected that. But the one thing that I didn't like is when the woman told their grandmother, I like to still call her Sugar Avery, y'all, by the way.
That's okay.
I do. Y'all know
what she told Suge.
She gonna always be Suge. That like, what kind of message does it send to our members if we let Deja in? Her father's had drug problems and her sister's out here fighting and acting like that. What does it say to our members? And that to me, I would have been like, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Well, she did. She read her very smooth and quickly at the end, which I was like, okay. And that's how you do it. You do it like you said.
Gracefully.
You wait until you're no longer enraged, and you have all your nice sentences together, and you show up classy, and you deliver the message.
Right. But I think that lady really did try it. I don't understand why Grandma didn't get it then. Because, I mean, I know you're supposed to wait, but you're not going to talk about my granddaughter right now. You know what I mean? I would have just started dropping bombs on the phone. Well, Helen was doing this with Charles on the other day. You know what I mean? I would have said, well, did you know about this little girl? Like, you're not just going to read my granddaughter. If you're supposed to be supporting us, the black community, support my baby. Right. Not all black people are just high and bougie. Yes, we get a little rough.
And she got them. She got them when she went back. She was like Mildred, Dorothy.
She crashed the party.
Betsy.
Exactly.
I was like Osceola, whatever. All of you guys. She hollered at all the old church mothers, and they're like,
and that's important because a community is supposed to help you and build you up and be with you in those moments. Like, they're not supposed to be judgy because we get that from people that are outside of the African American community. So I'm glad that happened and they showed that.
Right. And at the end of the day, nobody's family is perfect. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Typically, the more money, the more problems.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really good to be like, it doesn't matter, you guys. Like, you all have issues too.
So technically, they're on track because they're a well-off family. So then they're the norm.
Exactly. So then, while Niecy's going through all of this stuff, she's still believing that Dante wants them to be a family. She's hopeful, you know what I'm saying? And she's very hopeful. She's calling him, she's texting him, and he's just like, I'm too busy, I'm sleepy, I don't have time for this. I just wanted to punch him in his little.
AKA, I got my car, and
that's all I needed from you.
Again, what's your name? Who is this? New phone, who is this? New car, who is this?
Right. So then Niecy finds out that she gets served, and she finds out that she has to give all the money back. She has to give everything back. And when she sits down with her family to tell them this, we now find out exactly what's happened to this money. It's gone. She's $45,000 for
down payment on some breast implants.
No, she said breast lift.
Oh, breast lifts?
Yeah. I was like, she was really, she really.
You know,
go ahead, girl. I mean, do you?
I like that she gave her homegirl money. Like, that was cool. I was like, all right, that's what's up. And brought the kids some clothes. That's responsible.
And and I could even deal and the grandmother even made mention of her keeping her nails and her hair up. I get that too. But I am altogether knocking her for the breast lift situation. When you running in the situation, I'm telling y'all, listen, I'm not gonna knock her. Those kind of things really deal way heavily on like self-esteem. I'm serious. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you want to do something for you. I done had 2 kids. I'm a single mother. Yeah. I'm trying to live now. And I need these things up here.
I get that, but she could have at least put some money in the trust before she went to lift the breast.
She did.
Lift your children before you lift your breasts.
Lift up the kids. Yeah.
Lift up the children before you lift
Lift the babies before the breast.
Oh my God. Megan.
But lift the babies first.
Lift the babies first. She said I did. I made a down payment on the babies.
Got my twins.
Thank
They're
you.
gonna be
The
right
twins are
lifted.
okay.
Right, and I love how her family is now supportive of her because her grandmother has had the talk with her grandfather, and he's just like, you know what, she's still our family, and she stood up for herself. We may not always like the choices that our family makes, but family is family, period.
Yes.
Right.
And that was a really, wonderful lesson, and her grandmother was like, you know what, we're family. I was like, Shug, you've learned so quickly.
Yes. Did anybody else think it was the girl that was serving Niecy?
I did.
Thank you. I thought it was the girl from the club who got into the fight with her. I thought she was serving Niecy, and I didn't think she had to give the money back. So when she gave the money back, I was like, oh,
I thought
it's
she
not
was
the girl.
suing her.
Yeah.
I thought she was suing her for like hitting her. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
now
That's what
you
I
got
thought.
to pay somebody.
Yeah.
And what was that hashtag? Why the bitch what?
Why the bitch got tased? Welcome to 2017, boy. We would make a hashtag about anything.
Black Twitter does not play, okay?
Oh.
Shoot.
All right, so let's see. So Niecy, she decides to put on her big girl panties, and she's like, okay, I got to go back and get the card from Dante. Her dad goes with her. He's, I'm proud to see the arc that Patrick has taken over these last few seasons. He went from doing the drugs to trying to be more responsible, but still wavering, and now he seems to just really be doing a good job as a father.
He is. He's there. He's showing up. He's supportive. He was like, I'll take you. He offered multiple times. I was like, oh. And right now he's on track. There's no drugs.
Yeah. I just want to know when he going to work. Patrick, are you working this season?
Wait, I think that he does have a job, doesn't he?
I'm just saying where I haven't seen him gone to work.
He's Tommy.
We're five episodes in.
Tommy
Is he working at the Boys and Girls Club with Tommy? I'm just saying.
Where's your 9 to 5?
I just need to know. Why are you readily available for Niecy and these kids?
Right.
How much PTO do you really have? Like, what are we doing?
So then she goes to Dante's house. He's not there, and lo and behold, the car shows up, and who's in it?
Amika.
His other baby mama. Yes. And at first, it's almost about to get ugly, but Niecy and the mama, they're mature enough to talk it out and to realize that Dante has been playing them both. And it was really
classic.
That was a really good moment because I was like, you know what?
Yes.
They're mature because it ended with Niecy saying we should get the kids together more often.
And that's how it should be. Like, the women should communicate and come together and unite. All too often, it's like they're pinned against each other and nobody's mad at the male. Who is the responsible party.
Because both parties still want the male, that's why.
That's true.
In most cases.
That's true.
Right. And it's just, and this was so mature of them to be like, you know what, he's not what we need, but our children are important, and so let's get them together. And it was really touching when Amika told her story and was just like, I don't have any help. And the people in my family, they can't even help me. And that was a real good wake-up call for Niecy to be like, wow, at least I do have the help. My life's not perfect.
And even her saluting her in her efforts as a single mother of two, she's like, I can't do it with one, I don't see how you do it with two. I think those are like small reminders of Niecy, like, dang, bro, I've been doing this damn thing and I didn't even realize it, So
say yes to us.
Yes,
honey, yes. So she takes that car back, and she has a really big moment. She comes in the house and she, lets the kids go, and she talks to Mary Jane, and she's just like, I was stupid. I gave him that car. My family said about me, and Mary Jane, I like how zen she is right now.
Yes, it's a new Mary. She's no longer trying to be Olivia Pope.
Yeah.
She was just like, honey, we've all been there. We have all been stupid for love. That was really big of her to say that, because I feel like in the past she would have berated Niecy, like, yes, that's what you get for being stupid. Don't do it again. But she came at her in love, like, I get it. We've all done something stupid, but you're going to be okay. Like, you're fine. And so that was good job, Mary Jane Paul.
Good job, Mary.
Yes, good job, Mary.
Okay, and so after that, she gets a call from Dante, of course. He wants, she gets a text, come outside, I'm on the corner. I'd have been like, you can come on into the house with my family. Come on through, sir. Anything you need to say, you can say in front of them.
Is he welcome in the home?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't seem that way.
I didn't think,
I'm standing on the corner looking like a fool.
Yeah, because you are a fool. Like, hello.
Lord. And you could tell that, like, the inner battle in Niecy, it was a struggle. Cause she was like, Lord, I need to finish washing these dishes. Right. But he outside. One more dish. Oh, I can't. He just text. It was back and forth for the longest, but for Patrick to pick up on that was dope too.
Right. And his dad gave him really good advice, which was, he said, what am I supposed to do with my daughter? I feel like I'm not doing enough. And his father said, sometimes as a parent, you just have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta let them live, and you gotta let them learn. We should have did that with you. We didn't.
Lesson learned.
So now do that with your daughter. And that was really monumental because at that moment he just gave her some advice. He was like, trust your gut. Because you always know your instincts are always right.
Yeah. You just gotta listen.
You just gotta listen.
They be tapping rightly, then it gets louder and louder and louder.
And that never leads you wrong.
Yeah. And then so when she goes out there to talk to Dante, I really this is my favorite part of this episode because this was a very real moment for Niecy, whose real name is Raven Goodwin. She did phenomenal at this part because I felt that I was like, yes, girl, you are really Raven really
totally agree because looking at that scene, of course she's been phenomenal this whole time through from start to finish. So kudos, okay. But today Raven showed out because I felt like I was in that scene with her. You know what I mean? Like everybody's been there where you've been just fed up with somebody, right? And when you let that go, oh God, that's an unleashed beast, and she did that.
She did.
She did a great performance.
Yeah, great performance. I mean, I felt it was so real. Now Dante, on the other hand, I was like, you still you need some more acting classes. But but putting him in the scene with Raven is a beast, and that scene especially, I was like, oh, I saw the disparity in the acting skills. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah. She had me.
You're cool though.
I'm done.
T-Saw has a special. Half off this month.
I couldn't get over the bike. That was how his bike was tilted.
Also Debo type stuff. I said, Lord, this damn bike.
Right, but that just shows you like the difference between them. You see like Niecy and the house behind her and the car behind her. Like you see that she's growing up. She's being a real adult. And you see Dante with his little red bike or whatever color it was. Like,
I don't even think it had a color. That bike was so through. I didn't think it had a color.
I'm so mad at the end when he was like, you gave it all back? What, Dante?
Yes.
Like when she was like, I have to give up back all my money, and he was
instead of him being like, well, what about the kid? Like he really only cared about
the money, how she could hook him up. Period.
But that's what her girls try to tell her. Kiki was right. Kiki said he's a fool.
No, you a fool.
Thank you, Kiki.
Yes. Always trust Kiki. Any Kiki in your life, right? Trust never leave you
my Kiki. Sure.
All right, so a little bit. Another storyline was Mary Jane and PJ in New York, and they're trying to recreate their dad's ribs for the Super Bowl. I thought that was so cute.
I love the sisterly, brotherly bonding because they used to be like, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
Now it is, and I think it's nice to see and good to see.
Yeah, for sure. And so they miss his ribs, and what Pauletta says to PJ is that she's lonely, and so they decide to get a smoker illegally and put it on the terrace of her hotel room. She needs to get a house. She needs to get an apartment. Girl, get up out that $1,000 a night.
Right?
That's what, $31,000 in a month.
Lot.
PJ
needs to get on the job.
Great Day USA.
What's that? What is that money? How much is that money?
Katie Couric, I don't know, Matt Lauer money.
She's down to the web.
But when she signed her contract,
Meredith Vieira. No, she's like Savannah Guthrie.
No, because when she signed, she wasn't the internet correspondent. When she signed, she was supposed to be like normal.
True, but if you think about it, it's like Savannah Guthrie. So she's not the biggest name on the show, but she's like a lesser name.
And she's on call, so you can't.
How much money is that though? What would you think is that?
I would say at least 6 figures.
But you got to remember,
it's got to be $30,000 a month for an apartment. It's got to be.
Are you asking how much Mary Jane's salary is?
Yeah.
I would say over 6 figures.
Yeah, I would too.
I would say 7. It's got to be in the mill, you guys. It has to be.
In the mill?
No,
in the millions. It has to be.
I say
for on call?
Yeah. No, y'all have to understand she wasn't on call at the beginning. She signed on as a course, but she was on air.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like it has to be in the millions. And it's in New York. And if she's paying $30,000 a month for an apartment.
But remember where she came from. This is a step down because she did bad things in Atlanta. So
it's a step up. This is a step up.
It is?
It is.
Yeah, because
remember,
she was in Atlanta at SNC, whatever.
Didn't she get fired from SNC?
She did, right. But she ended up getting that job. That is like the Today Show.
Yeah,
so it's past anything.
Yeah. So you doing like
because you waking up America, you waking up USA.
That's what I'm saying. So
you at the top of the line, my dog.
Maybe you guys are right. She gotta. It's gotta be something like $5 million.
She in the meals. Well, I'll tell you what, Mara Brock Akil modeled her character after Tamron Hall. So, Tam, how much you getting? Because that's what I think Mary Jane is getting. That's how much she is. Okay?
Because they're probably like 15, like 10 million probably for like the top names.
Okay.
So like if she's less than them, I'm assuming because she's a new correspondent.
Bottom line, 5.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like $5 million.
I give her 2 to 3.
Interesting. I don't know. We have to do some research.
I feel like
you guys know. Let us know.
Let us know. So Mary Jane, of course, she's got the smoker. Her and PJ are trying to figure out the barbecue sauce for the ribs, and it's a real moment because they're just bonding, and she's just like, I kind of want to put my hand back in the pot and tell everybody what they need to do. Go home, and he's like, no, stay here. Keep your crazy here. Let them deal with it. And it's really good advice because it helps keep her sane and it helps her family deal with the problems that they would have typically pushed off on her.
Yep.
So very good advice for her brother. I see some bad stuff brewing though for PJ because he's dealing with Ava, who is his boss Olivia's daughter, and he asks for a favor from his sister and says, "Hey, can you get her an interview?" And of course, Mary Jane does that, and now Ava has an internship. But Ava is spoiled and she has a problem, and her stealing.
She's trouble.
Well, yeah, for her to steal the alcohol out of this man's office.
The anchor's office. You ain't even started yet.
Just barely got in there.
Right.
You just going on a tour, baby girl.
But that's what happens when you have white privilege and you're so used to be able to get away with doing things.
So you're like, let me just steal. I need my life to be interesting because this money that I have is not enough.
Yeah, but it was pretty player PJ to get it back though. He just said, "Oh yeah, have a great day. Let me get that though. Thanks."
Yep.
Right, but I just feel like, this is gonna end so badly because I could just see that girl crying wolf and saying, like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, this is just gonna end so badly about him, for him. But I'm really happy to see the way things are going between them. And I also wanted to point this out. So did you guys see the Big Tigger Great Day USA ad?
I thought it was amazing. Hey Tig.
That was so good because I really
love him.
I thought it was I was like, oh, this is so cool. They have him as a correspondent. And
With
his
diamond earring at the anchor desk.
And player suit. What up, Tig?
I was like, Great Day USA is hiring some brothers.
Where is the email? I need to send my
right. But then it was actually an ad for the movie Fist Fight. So I was like, this is cool how they integrated that. I hope they actually do more of that stuff.
Yeah, that's good promotion.
That'd be very, very cool. And then before we get out of here, I wanted to close this out with the quote that we saw at the beginning from Nikki Giovanni. And let me see, what does it say? Oh, it says, mistakes are a part of life, and it's just a response pretty much that matters. So, and then I was like, oh, that is so true, because think about it, like, none of us are exempt from mistakes, or we make them.
Yeah,
but
it's inevitable. It's how you bounce back and how you recover from it and what you do.
Yes.
Definitely in the recovery.
And I think this episode, everybody showed us they've bounced back. From Mary Jane to PJ to Patrick to Niecy. Everybody's bounced back.
It's all growth. And I think that's the best part of it all, and that's why I was torn between my words. I'm like, oh, no. This is so a Raven moment. Yes, is my word. But growth is my second, because you definitely see it in everybody.
Yes. All right, let's get to our predictions.
AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Okay, everyone. I want everyone to do a different prediction. Okay, we got to cover all our bases. All right, so I need a prediction for Niecy. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
I think that Niecy, with this episode, since she's come to her senses a lot more, I think we're going to see her grow with her self-esteem, and she's going to get a stronger grasp on life and like what she wants. Right. And so I think that it's going to be a major growth spurt in her within like the next 1 or 2 episodes.
Her spirits will be lifted like her breasts.
I'm telling you, high. Yes, Jesus will lift them both.
All right, I need a prediction about Mary Jane.
I think Olivia is going to mess up Mary Jane's situation at Good Day.
Ooh, yeah.
She's gonna come in and it's gonna fall on her and not PJ.
Ooh, for bringing her in.
Yep,
that is true.
Gotta be careful who you put your name on,
girl.
Ooh, yes. Let's see. Prediction for Cara.
Well, I do love Cara, so great. I definitely see Cara. Of course, like I said, she's going to be in a relationship with Orlando. She's just going to fall for him. I see her finally getting this Emmy, but that's going to be closer towards the end of the season. I also see her playing along with Rhonda. I want to see them actually get along, and then somehow she switches up on Rhonda. I want to see a little, I want to say backstabbing, but classy shade. You know what I mean? Like, hey girl, come on in. Boom, I got you out. I got my girl in. That's the plan.
Okay. Okay, my prediction is for PJ. I think, I mean, I've said this kind of, but I think that Ava is going to cry rape on PJ, because you see how she keep giving him those bedroom eyes.
Do you think it's gonna be like with like a bigger entity like the police, or do you think it's gonna go to her mother first?
I think it's gonna be her mother, and it's gonna be one of those, he raped me, and it's really gonna be him like not taking her advances, and she feels slighted, and I think she's gonna cry rape, and she's gonna tell her mother, and her mom is gonna turn like a 180 degrees away from him and really just like run him through the mud
and end his real estate career.
And it's going to end his real estate career, but more importantly, it's going to drag Mary Jane down, because now there's going to be a scandal like, oh, her brother's a rapist of a white girl.
And she's big on race stories.
That's true.
Ooh, what if it's on social media?
It is, girl.
And she's the web correspondent.
Oh Lord, she's being fist making.
All right, let us know what your predictions are. Make sure you use that hashtag ABTVBMJ so we can shout you guys out right here. I am Meg Scoop I guess I am at Meg Scoop everywhere. Everywhere over the internet. You can also catch me daily on All Def Digital. I host a couple shows there. Where can we find you?
I'm Fahnia Thomas, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram at Fahnia Thomas. That's FAHNIA Thomas.
And we're not really cousins, but we are. Hi.
Yes to black. I just love how we just accept family members.
Right.
Because I love her. All right. I'm Allie Washington. You can catch me across all social media platforms at Allie the Pub.
I'm Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III. Of course, my website, howardthird.com. And on the Bring It After show, where we bring it.
Bring it.
Yes, a black.
Raise your voice.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys watch next week, because we have a special guest that's coming in studio. We can't tell you who it is, but you have to come next week and you'll see who it is. We'll see you next week right here on the AfterBuzz Being Mary Jane After Show.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.